What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of Y&R. Before I get into it, I guess new management are changing things up already. Jason Canella is officially out as Arturo Rosales after just 1 year. I'm actually shocked because the standard soap contract is 4 years. So it's crazy that he said that he only signed a 1 year contract because the standard is 4. I got used to Arturo being on the show, but it doesn't hurt to have some changes because I kind of figured somebody was leaving the show. Once the new regime took over, I knew somebody was going to be leaving. I knew it. I have nothing against the Rosales family. I like the Rosales family. My problem with the Rosales family is, I love that they're bringing Hispanic families on the show. I love that. But I didn't like the way it was presented to the fans. You know what I'm saying? I felt like Mal Young didn't do a good service to not just the actors, but the characters and the fans. Because when you bring a new family on the show, you don't just rush them on and put them on and, throw them on every single day and put them in every single storyline. You don't just do that. You have to slowly build them up so the fans can get used to them. You know what I'm saying? And we can learn more about them. But Mal Young didn't do that. He just forced them down everybody's throat. And I feel like that's why a lot of fans are not too fond of that family right now. Because you're seeing them every day. And it's like, it gets annoying. Because you're seeing them more than you're seeing people who've been on the show for years. You know what I mean? So I can understand that. But anyway, getting into it. So Arturo confessed to Abby about him sleeping with Mia. And it happened weeks ago. And once he said that this was weeks ago, Abby went from mad to pissed when she found out how long, you know what I'm saying? Like this happened and he's just now telling her about it. And the only reason he's telling her is because Mia basically tried to blackmail him. I mean, I will give him kudos for not allowing Mia to blackmail him. Just saying, fuck it, I'm not going to let you blackmail me. I'm just going to tell her myself. I can get with that, but it just proves everything Victor said was right. Like, Victor didn't trust him from day one. This is why Victor had him sign the prenuptial agreement. See, Victor, I'm telling you, people talk shit about Victor, but Victor's a good judge of character when he see people. Like, when he meet people, he usually knows right off the bat that you're not someone to be trusted and you're not to be liked. Like, he usually, he got good instincts about people, and he damn sure had good instincts about Arturo. That's why, he did everything that he did, and I don't blame him. But I don't blame Abby for being pissed, rightfully so. Like, she straight up went to the parking garage, had a hammer, and started beating the shit out of Arturo's truck. And everybody knows Arturo loves that truck. Abby was not playing. Abby took a hammer and said, boom, boom, boom. Like, she was tearing that truck up. She was whooping that truck ass like it owed her money. I was like, damn. Arturo sitting there trying to come outside, talking about, no, stop. And then gonna sit there talking about, just go ahead and tear it up or whatever. He deserved it. I'm like, Arturo, you can't play victim here. And don't even start with the little sob story about, why you did it. And it don't even matter at this point. I don't blame Abby for just being done. Abby has had a lot of failed relationships, and she was hoping that this one would have been different. But I kind of knew it wouldn't. I knew this relationship with him and her wouldn't last because they're totally different. Even from the moment they met and she had bought him that expensive suit and stuff, I knew Arturo would not fit in her lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Abby should date somebody. Sad to say this, but I feel like Abby should date someone who has the same social status as her, the same financial status as her. And it sucks for me to even say it because at first I kind of liked her being with Arturo because she was with somebody who was not wealthy. She was with somebody who was just a regular working Joe. You know what I'm saying? Who didn't come from a wealthy family, who didn't have a lot of money, but he did have his own business. I respected that, because it showed that Abby is not shallow. She's not all about fancy handbags and makeup and millions of dollars. It showed that, you know what I'm saying? But it also showed that in a way it doesn't matter what type of guy you go out with, whether he's a multimillionaire, billionaire, or whether he's just regular Joe Smo who works at a convenience store. You're bound to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, sad to say it, but I do respect Abby for dating somebody outside of her, social status. I respect it. And the problem was, it didn't stop for Arturo, because not only did he have to deal with Abby, now he has to deal with Ray, because Mia done told Ray about her sleeping with Arturo the same night he was at the hotel with Sharon, when he was at the motel with Sharon. Ray was pissed. Like, Ray went over there and punched the shit out of Arturo. I don't blame him. Honestly, I don't. I don't blame him. But Mia, a part of me like Mia, a part of me don't like her. Her and this little fake ass pregnancy. And it's so funny how she keeps being upset with Ray for being in love with Sharon and wanting to be with Sharon, but yet you're lying about a whole baby. Like, you're lying about a pregnancy. And Ray sitting there telling her, because she was packing up her stuff, leaving the apartment. And he's sitting there telling her, well, I'm going to make sure, that you have a nice apartment with a nice backyard, for the baby or whatever. I'm like, little do you know. It would be funny, though, if she actually did turn up pregnant and the baby is Arturo's, because she did sleep with him that night. So it would be funny if she actually is pregnant. But we would know for a fact that it's Arturo's child. Because all they got to do is add up the dates of conception. That's all they got to do. And it would tell you the night that she conceived, if she were really pregnant. I'm like, how the hell is Ray gonna promise her a new apartment, a nice apartment with a nice backyard? Didn't you just get fired? Like, Paul literally fired his ass from the GCPD. So now you're unemployed. So how the hell do you think you're gonna pay money? Like, first of all, when you get an apartment, you gotta pay security. You gotta pay first and last month rent. And I'm pretty sure he has to buy her furniture. You know what I'm saying? So how you gonna afford all that when you just lost your job? Unless you got some good ass savings or something. I'm just saying. Because right now you might want to save every little dime that you got now that you're fired. It was wonderful seeing Paul again. I'm glad Paul is back. I really am. I'm happy. I hate that he was written off in the first place. I don't blame Paul for firing Ray. Ray should have known he was going to be fired. And I agree with Paul. He should be happy that he's only being fired and not being brought up on criminal charges. Because what he did is illegal. You know what I'm saying? Like, he botched this investigation a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just handled everything so stupidly. And now he wants to sit there and make up with Sharon and stuff like that. Let me tell you something. I love the scene with Sharon and Nick and Mariah and stuff like that. Her coming home, eating pizza, because Christine dropped all the charges against Nikki, Victoria, and Sharon. The murder charge, obstruction of justice charge. She dropped all those charges. Sharon and Nick, I do like them together, but for right now, if the show were to ever go off the air, that's when I think Nick and Sharon should be together. Maybe not even then. Maybe some time from now. But for right now, I just don't think Nick and Sharon should be together for the simple fact that they can't get it together. You know what I'm saying? Like, in terms of their relationship. It's just like every time they get back together, they get engaged, and as soon as they're about to get remarried, something happens to shatter all of that. So for right now, I think it's best that they just keep their distance. Because I don't want to see them become another Victor and Nikki getting back together, breaking up, making up. You know what I mean? It's annoying. But I did love the scene, though, with Victor and Nikki, her coming home. I don't blame her for being quiet. Like, she was just, even Victor noticed that she was mad quiet. And I think she was just taking it all in, that she was just shocked that she's really back home. Because, Nikki was looking at 30 years in prison. So I could definitely understand why she was, like, taking it all in. Like, damn, am I really home? This is not a dream. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame her. Especially when you're looking at 30 years in the pen. But of course, Victor has some little expensive necklace to give her. Because you know Victor, he be dropping jewels on Nikki all the time. So anyway, Victoria went to, well, she went home first, but the kids wasn't there. So she decided to go to the hospital to see JT. I don't blame Victoria for going to the hospital because she needed closure. She needed answers from JT about why he did the stuff that he did. And we all got answers. Because my whole thing is, I hated how Mal Young pretty much tried to destroy the JT character. Because I'm like, when he came back and he was all volatile and angry and abusive, I'm like, this is not the JT that we all knew and remembered. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like, why are y'all writing him into this corner? But we found out. Apparently, JT had a benign brain tumor. And he had that brain tumor and it went undetected for years. That's what caused his hostile attitude, his outbursts, his violence, his anger. That's what caused all of that. And even JT felt like for years something was wrong with him, but he didn't know what, and he didn't want to go get it checked out. So, you know, he couldn't control what was going on, you know, but Victoria kind of blamed herself a little bit, saying, you know, she should have got him some help. But it's like, you know, none of y'all could have really known what was going on, you know, with him. Nobody could have known. But JT was apologetic and, you know, he wanted to make amends with her and people that he hurt and Reed. And he wanted to, you know, face the consequences of his actions. And that's why Christine told him he was going to be charged for the attempted murder of Victor for that fight that they had, which he pushed him down the stairs. So he's going to be charged for that. It sucks, you know, what happened to JT. I mean, you know, but he's being man enough now and willing to face the consequences and face the charges. I can understand why Victoria was kind of pushing Billy away. I love the fact that Billy's there for her, but I understand why she was pushing him away because she needs time for herself right now. You know what I mean? To just absorb everything that's been going on. You know, she thought she was going to prison for 10 years. JT came back. They almost died in that cabin because of the gas leak. Now she found out what was really going on with JT. I think she's just trying to absorb all of this. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind Victoria and Billy getting back together. Honestly, for me, I wouldn't mind them getting back together. I like the chemistry between them. I just think that it's going to take some time. You know, Victoria is definitely in a emotional state right now. You know, with everything that's been going on, shit, not even just the last few months, but the past year, 2 years. You know what I'm saying? It's just been a lot on her. So I think she needs some time to just hang with her kids, decompress. And that's what she did. She went home, hung out with the kids, told them that tomorrow they were going to go get ice cream and shop and hang out. You know what I mean? Like, I think she needs that, you know, just some time to just really do her. Sharon and Ray, I'm not on board with them as a couple, to be honest with you. Like, I'm really not. I just don't see them as a viable couple. That's just me. My mind could change later, but for right now, I think it's just been too much going on. Especially, I just didn't like the way Ray played her. You know what I'm saying? That's why I just feel like she need to be with somebody else, because I didn't like the way he played Sharon. That was fucked up. But anyway, this was a pretty good episode. I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I will see you all later. Peace.